A very good afternoon to all of you. I have with me my team member, Mr. Sitanshu Mahapatra.
Hello.
We somehow do not have the other team members, Mr. Sunil Babbar and Mr. DP Mishra, because they are somewhere else busy. And we all actually had hoped that we would participate in person, but it was not possible because of some other engagement. I would like to congratulate each one of you today for the conference which you are conducting. I'm sure it must have been a very good and fruitful discussion which you had yesterday, and wish you all the best for the conference today. I would like to take you through the overview of the open data platform which NIC has developed way back in 2012. Open Government Data Policy was actually announced way back in March 2012, and thereafter NIC was entrusted with the responsibility of developing the platform Open Government Data Platform, which is known today as data.gov.in. This platform was primarily built to encourage open data. Open data is data which can be freely used, reused, and redistributed by anyone. That is, it is a machine readable data. We all understand that data is very, very important, and making it open definitely increases the transparency and accountability. It also helps in policy making as well as for decision planners. It enhances the relationship between government and citizen. It brings in a lot of stakeholders all across the globe, be it the developer or the citizens or even the policy makers. We all know that each one of us have got a lot of data with us, whether we are an academician or a researcher or a government department. A data is collected using the taxpayers money, and this actually lies in silos, in files, and in websites, making them of less use. Once this data is open, a lot of innovative applications can come up using this data. Good visualizations can come up, infographics can be used, and now we even have data journalism. Hence, there is a need to open this data to tap the untapped. The potential impact of open government data is improves transparency. One is able to understand what one department is doing vis-a-vis the money which is sanctioned to the department. It enhances accountability, brings in citizen engagement. You have people who would then engage with the data, making it more useful, be it through a story, be it through visualization, or through development of applications using this open data. That speaks of the collaboration across the entire ecosystem. It brings in better governance. One is able to understand what is going on. One is able to compare and analyze and make better decisions. It brings in a lot of innovation. NDSAP was a policy which was announced in March 2012, and basically the main emphasis of this policy was proactive release of data sets, because the data has been collected using public fund, taxpayers money, and hence there is a need to give it back to the society. The Open Government Data Platform data.gov.in looks like this. I'm sure you will be able to see the homepage, or I know that many of you would be having your smartphones and would already be browsing on data.gov.in. It is a platform which provisions publishing of data sets proactively by the departments. It increases transparency, accountability, brings in citizen engagement, collaboration, innovation, and better governance through data driven decision making. The data sets that we have today is close to 47,000 data sets, which have been contributed by the central departments, and about 6 to 7 states have also participated. We have a very, very interesting gallery which is called Apps Gallery. You could visit and see the byproduct of this data, how the data has actually been used to come up with innovative applications. All the applications are available through this section. The policy was actually spearheaded by Department of Science and Technology, and then it had a lot of interministerial discussions, deliberations, and thereafter the policy was made in 2012. NIC, Ministry of Electronics and IT, was entrusted the responsibility of developing the platform, having a proactive platform up and running for the central ministries to contribute the data sets. Many of the states have now come into with this policy. Some of them have announced their own policy, few of them have adopted the policy, and some of them are in the pipeline of adopting this policy and contributing data sets. You would be happy to learn that we have now announced the Open Government Data Use License, which has been drafted through an interministerial committee, approved by our minister, and the process of notification is underway. The approach of implementation that we as a team have followed is that a chief nodal officer was actually nominated in each of the department and state, who was known as chief data officer. He or she was responsible for actually implementing the open data initiative in his or her department. A number of workshops were held, a number of conferences were done through the ND-SAP team here, an IC team, which helped in sensitizing the usefulness of opening up the data, bringing in the aspects of citizen engagement, and conducting challenges and contexts through which the data could be used in a more fruitful manner. This is the entire paradigm that worked around open data platform. There were basically two ecosystems: the government ecosystem, which talks of data management, because the government is the source which has the data, whether it is the agriculture data or the rural data or even health data. So the government departments proactively release their data in an open format through a workflow having standard metadata defined and validation, and thereafter the citizens at large could use this data from the single point access, that is data.gov.in, and they could download the data through applications, through APIs, and make use of this data for either visualization, mashups, infographics, or even come up with innovative applications. Over the time, community has developed around a particular interest area, and now we have community in health, agriculture, which talks the same language around the data sets. The journey so far since 2012 has been a very, very long journey with lots of hard work put in by the entire team. The team has worked very hard tirelessly to see that we are successful in getting the maximum number of data sets released. We are successful in conducting workshops, in engaging with our stakeholders, whether they are academicians, whether they are researchers or government departments or even developers, and thereafter to see that number of hackathons are held and number of open data apps challenge contexts are held, so that we come up with good meaningful applications. You would even be happy to know that data.gov.in is available as a software as a service, and this instance has been launched in Sikkim and Surat. So this is a way of just saying that the good work which has been done at the central level has actually percolated down all the three tiers of governance: the state and the municipality. This is a snapshot of the data sets. These are the quick views that you can see. You can get a catalog, you can get the data sets, you can see the sectors. You could write directly to the chief data officers by clicking here and getting their mail IDs. You can see the visualizations, and this is how the data sets look like. If you see here, you can see the volume of transactions, you can see the data sets which are available. In case there is a visualization around this data, the same graph is also available. If a developer would like to use it as an API, then they could request for an API, and we try to see that the API for the data is released. This is the statistics through numbers. We have around 8.59 times million times that the data sets have been viewed, and around 3.42 million times it has been downloaded. This is again just some achievements. India has been ranked in the top 20 since the last 2 years in the Global Open Data Index. We have around 111 chief data officers who contribute significantly on this portal. The top 10 contributors of data sets are Registrar General of Census, Commissioner India, who have contributed around 15,000 data sets. Health and Family Welfare is trailing behind with 5,394. Then Rajya Sabha, they have a rich data sets of 2,872, Department of Agriculture, and so on and so forth. What are the features of Open Government Data Platform? The most important feature which I would consider would be that you can write directly to the suppliers of the data, that is, the chief data officers of the department. You could write directly to them, and in case you have a query regarding the data, you could send your mail directly to them. So it is a platform to engage you with the departments. In case you like a data set, you could endorse the same. Or if you think that you have not found a data that you're looking for, you could even suggest for the data sets. So once we cross around 100 suggestions, we send the list to the chief data officers to release the data in case it is available with them. We have a control vocabulary which is used across the platform to bring in standardizations. And then the most important thing that I would like to highlight here is we have widgets to consume the data. Suppose you're working in agriculture sector and you have a website which talks of agriculture sector, then you can just embed this widget and you will start getting all the agricultural data which is shared on this data.gov.in across the country. These are some of the achievements that we have made so far. I've already mentioned that Surat Municipality Corporation is up. We have published a good number of data sets, and the license has also been approved, and the process for gazette notification is in the process. E-India 2013 award had been given for Open Government Data Platform, which was a public choice, and CSI Award of Excellence for 2014 and 2013 was also given to data.gov.in. This application, the same source code, has been used basically to install the Open Government Data Platform of Rwanda and Ghana. This is available as a software as a service. Very simple. You could just go to a SaaS service and you could send in your request if you want to use that data.gov.in as an instance, and within maybe a day or two you would be up and running with little bit of effort from your end, and then you would have the data.gov.in for your department or for your organization up and running here. You can find the draft, you can find the Open Government Data License at the URL mentioned here, and these are just a snapshots of number of events which we have held as a team together. I would ask my colleague Mr. Sitanshu to talk about them.
Uh, Hello everybody. We have number of event organized related to open government data. These are a couple of the snapshot of the event that includes the Code for Honor event, CMA Hackathon, Open Data Apps Challenge, in pursuit of an idea, and things like 12th plan hackathon, which was already available on our event.data.gov.in site. So these are a couple of screenshot we are using, that these kind of apps have been developed by using data available on open government data platform, OGD platform. And these are quite useful apps for various categories of audience. Like couple of them are useful for farmers, some are useful for the students, and many of them are the government to citizen applications. These are the sample of our visualization portal. We have a visualization engine where an user could come and use it by using our data, mashups, and by using their own data, and they can create number of beautiful visualization. These are couple of things which we are looking forward to take data.gov.in to the next level, where we're trying to make data available in an automated format, where the machine readable data which are available on data.gov.in should be fetch data from other ministry servers, and that can be a machine to machine transfer system, where we could fetch data from other ministries and we can consume those data and we can show it to our viewers, our users, and the user could again fetch that and consume that data for their own use. Similarly, we are trying to engage local government organization like the municipal corporation in various part of this country, and we have started with the Surat Municipal Corporation, where they are using local data and they have uploaded local data in open format that could be used further by the citizens and community. Similarly, we have different level of community collaboration, where we collaborate with various communities in different parts of the country. And right now, we are also planning to make an independent survey, an independent study on the economic value of open data in India. These are a couple of the accolades we have got. Madam has already discussed about these. These are the shots of the award ceremony. Thank you so much from the entire family of Open Government Data Platform from National Informatics Center, Delhi. You could follow us on Twitter at Data Portal India. You could follow us on Facebook, and you could write your queries to ndsap@gov.in related to open government data and related aspects. So I request Madam to close the event.
Thank you very much, Sitanshu. And we've managed to give a brief overview of what government is doing, government of India is doing in open data. And we really wish you success for your conference. And I'm sure that we will get in touch with you through mail or through maybe Facebook or Twitter handle or any of these things which Sitanshu has already expressed and given it to you. And we look forward to any suggestions from you and in collaborating with you. And I would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity of talking about Open Government Data Platform India. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best.